The rain lasted 3 long days. Ava waited through every hour of it, huddled beneath the half-collapsed bridge where Kieran had vanished. Each night, she built a small fire and stared into the dripping blackness, hoping, fearing he'd come back. He never did. By the 4th morning, she couldn't sit still anymore. The world around her felt heavier, sharper somehow. Every sound was too clear, every shadow too full of memory. She packed what little she had and started west again, the same direction they'd been heading together. The road was quiet, too quiet. Even the birds seemed to have abandoned the land. She found herself tracing her steps by instinct, scanning for tracks in the mud. She didn't know what she hoped to find, him or an answer. Kieran's face haunted her, the way his eyes had glowed, the way his voice had broken when he said, "Don't follow me." She'd seen monsters before, or thought she had, but he hadn't looked like one, not really. He'd saved her life, and yet the image wouldn't leave her. The claws, the strength, the wildness in him. It had been terrifying and beautiful at once, like watching a storm tear the sky apart. By midday, the clouds began to clear, revealing the pale outline of the mountains in the distance. She followed an overgrown dirt path through a forest of skeletal trees, the air damp with decay and silence. That's when she saw it, smoke, rising faintly through the trees. Caution won over curiosity. She crept closer, keeping low. Through the branches, she saw a small camp, a single tent, a dying fire, and someone sitting beside it, back turned to her. "Kieran?" she whispered. The figure turned. Not him. A woman, mid-30s maybe, her face gaunt, her eyes hollow. She wore scavenged clothes and a pistol on her hip. When she saw Ava, her hand went straight to the weapon. "Easy," Ava said quickly, stepping out with her palms up. "I'm not here to steal anything." The woman studied her, then lowered the gun slightly. "You alone?" "Then you're lucky I'm not one of the bad ones," the woman said dryly. "Sit if you want. Fire's warm." Ava hesitated, then sat across from her. The woman's name was Mara. She'd been traveling east, she said, away from the mountains, away from the collapse. "There's nothing left out there," she told Ava. "Just ruins and ghosts." Ava poked at the fire with a stick. "I have to go west anyway. Someone I know. He went that way." "Someone you knew," Mara corrected gently. Looking away, Ava didn't reply. After a long pause, Mara sighed. "Whatever you're chasing, I hope it's worth it." When Ava looked up, she saw something in the woman's expression, a sadness so deep it seemed carved into her bones. "I lost my brother out there," Mara said. "He wasn't the same near the end." "None of us were. What happened to him?" "The flare," she said simply, "changed him. He got sick, angry, stronger too, like the world burned something out of him and left only the wild." Ava's heart skipped. "What do you mean?" Mara shrugged, rubbing her arms against the cold. "You'll see it if you go far enough west." People changed, some worse than others. She met Ava's eyes. "Whatever that boy of yours became, it's part of the same thing." That night, Ava lay awake staring at the dying fire. The flare changed people. The thought looped in her mind, tangled with memories of Kieran's silver eyes. Maybe he wasn't cursed. Maybe he was proof of something else. something the world wasn't supposed to survive. When dawn came, Mara was gone. Ava followed the trail west alone. Days passed. The terrain grew harsher, forests giving way to rocky plains and dry riverbeds. Her clothes were torn, her boots splitting at the seams. Hunger gnawed at her patience. Still, she pressed on. She started noticing strange things, faint blue glows under the soil at night, and air that sometimes hummed faintly, like static when she walked through low fog. The flare had changed more than people. It had changed everything. One night, while filling her canteen at a half-frozen creek, she heard it again. Footsteps, slow, steady, familiar. She stood, heart pounding. "Kieran?" A shape emerged from the darkness. Tall, broad-shouldered, limping slightly. His coat was torn, his hands scratched raw. When he saw her, he froze. "You followed me?" Relief and anger tangled in her chest. "You left me." He looked away. "It was safer that way." "Safer for who?" she demanded. "You saved my life, then vanished like none of it mattered." "It mattered," he said softly. "That's why I left." The silence that followed was thick, with everything unsaid. The fire between them crackled faintly as night deepened. Ava crossed her arms in frustration. "You owe me an explanation." Kieran exhaled slowly, his breath visible in the cold air. "My pack was in the North Woods when the flare hit. Whatever it was, it burned through us. Some died. Some changed. We weren't bitten or cursed. We were rewritten." "Rewritten?" He nodded. "The flare didn't just destroy the world, it remade it. Some people broke, others became something else. And I'm not the only one." Ava tried to process that. "So you're saying you're, what, evolved?" He laughed once, bitterly. "That's one word for it. The old world would call us monsters." She stepped closer. "You don't seem like one." He looked at her then, really looked at her. The firelight caught the silver in his eyes. Softer now, but still unnatural. "You didn't see what I did to those men. I saw you save me." He flinched as if the words hurt. "You don't understand, Ava. When it starts, I can't stop it. The hunger, the rage. It's like the flare is still burning inside me. And when the moon's full..." He trailed off, voice breaking. She swallowed hard. "You think you'll hurt me?" "I know I will." Neither spoke for a long time. The wind outside picked up, carrying the low, distant howl of something not quite human. Finally, Ava said, "Then we find a way to control it. Together." Kieran shook his head. "There's no cure for what I am." "Maybe not," she said quietly. "But there might be a reason for it." He looked up sharply, meeting her gaze. "What do you mean?" Ava hesitated. "Since the flare, I've been feeling things, seeing things sometimes. The air hums when I walk near certain places. And last night, when I touched the water, it glowed." He frowned. "That's not possible." She held out her hand. "It happened. Maybe the flare changed more than just you." Kieran stared at her palm like it held the answer to a question he'd been afraid to ask. "You shouldn't tell anyone else about that." "Why?" "Because people will hunt you for it," he said. "The ones left in the cities. They're rounding up anyone touched by the flare. They want control, not answers." Ava's pulse quickened. "Then we keep moving." He studied her, something like reluctant admiration softening his expression. "You're stubborn," she almost smiled. "And you're terrible at saying thank you." He shook his head, but she saw the corner of his mouth twitch. For the first time since the world had ended, Ava felt something like hope. Small, fragile, but real. They traveled together again, slower this time. Kieran taught her how to move quietly through the woods, how to smell rain before it came, how to listen to the world's smallest sounds. In return, she reminded him how to laugh, even if only for a second. Nights grew colder. The moon grew brighter. And then, one evening, as they reached the base of the mountains, Kieran stopped abruptly. "What is it?" she asked. He looked up at the sky. The moon hung low and full, blood red through the haze. His hands trembled. "No," he whispered. "Not tonight." Ava's chest tightened. "Kieran?" He stumbled back, breathing hard. "You need to run." She shook her head. "I'm not leaving you." He dropped to his knees, clutching his chest as if something inside him was tearing apart. His eyes flared silver, then white. His voice came out strained, almost unrecognizable. "Go!" Ava backed away, torn between fear and the instinct to help. The air around him shimmered, rippling like heat on metal. "Ben," he screamed. It wasn't human. It wasn't animal. It was both, and neither. Bones shifted, skin tore and mended in flashes of light. The sound of it broke through the forest like thunder. Ava stumbled, falling to the ground, eyes wide. When the transformation ended, he wasn't Kieran anymore, not completely. His body was larger, his shape distorted but still familiar. His eyes burning with impossible light. He looked at her, recognition flickering beneath the beast's snarl. "Kieran?" she whispered. The creature's breath came in ragged bursts. His claws dug into the earth, leaving deep marks. "Ava," he growled, voice layered and broken. "Run!" But she didn't. The moon burned red above them, the trees trembling in its glow. Ava's hand sparked faintly with the same strange light that had touched the rivers and the soil. A mirror to his transformation. Her fear twisted into something else. Understanding. The flare hadn't just changed him. It was changing her too. If you listened all the way to the end of part 2, please give us a like and subscribe to hear the third and final installment of the story.